Set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Jacksonville Jaguars. 3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Now this time he'll look to throw. And right away he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing.
Hey, we're good.
Cousins to throw it this time. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And now a shot into coverage downfield is complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
I'm going to run you over. Check. Fred down.
A quick throw there out to Williams. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Cousins now from the 50. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. Third and long for Cousins. Going up top for Kupp. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
You got nothing in that. You got nothing. Go. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. They really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready? 10 Lobo. 53, Mike. You don't want none. Pick up the ball. Go. Go back. We got motion. Back up. Hey, orbit. Go.
To throw on 3rd down, Lawrence. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And complete here to Carlos Hyde. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch that. Now! On me! Hey, Echo! On the ball. Shoot!
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
To throw on 2nd down, Lawrence. He finds his running back, Hyde. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. We're scoreless after 1.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Ready.
Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Hey, alert 3. Go. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hey, wahoo! Get it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jacobs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let's go now. 30 base. 54. Right, 54. All day, baby, all day. 6'6", pull it high. Jam. Go. Go.
Mike's 54.
Hey, tight.
On third down, Lawrence completing it here to Marvin Jones. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves. Maybe
the ball comes out, and this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery, but on fourth down, a change of possession anyway.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. They'll look to throw now on first down. Open man is Trey Burton.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
54. No chance. 382, last 50. He's coming. He's first.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Stop. Gun.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to look deep for more. That's caught inside the 20. Yeah, this will get him all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. A big play there for L.A. 48 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Throwing on first down, Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Got some room at the 30. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
61, matchbox lights.
At the 43-yard line.
Go. 5.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Exit.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
It's our field. It's our field. Check 3.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Mike 54. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
From the 38, Cousins escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack, trying to get away but could not.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Mike 5-4. Hey. Here we go.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it.
Me. I got this. Slam, slam, slam. Check. Check. Say. Slam.
He can run for it, and he will. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. You know, they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
Break the hot. Where are you? 300.
I'm going.
Chopper.
Slam.
Gun.
Take it.
300.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. DJ Moore. As the first half is winding down, and the Rams tack on to their advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, check.
Now.
Banjo. 53's the
Alpha.
check 53. Watch the run. 53.
From the gun, Lawrence. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The final shot before break. Lawrence trying to lay one up deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Kazin. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
They're on 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's second and 8.
To throw on second down, Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down.
Hey, box drop.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
53, check 53. Let's go.
On first down, Lawrence. He's got the hook up with Conley. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 43 yards.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
53 is the mic.
On first and 10, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. Throwing again, Lawrence. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle. Second and 6. He's going to look deep for more. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, he decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a third and 6.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Check safety. Go.
Back to throw. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54.
Magic. Bring it. Kill. Swiss.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Back at the 46-yard line.
Mike 54. You're not ready.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Touch. Hey. Mike 5-4.
Check pass.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a third down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And the pressure gets to him again. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
He's checking. Let's go. Come on. Check hot route. Hot. 2-6.
Hey, 1-6.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 39.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Coming to you, coming to you. Kill, kill, kill.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 at the
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check 6-6. Pull it high.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Hey, watch the edge. Watch the
Get
edge.
it.
On first down, Jacobs. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Running is Jacobs. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So they get the score still down, but bottom line is they kept themselves in the game.
They did keep hope alive, Brandon. That's exactly what they did. Now they've got to deliver and finish things off.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at his 4.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Cousins to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Ready?
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Run. Hey, receiver.
Check 99. Check 99. Hey, switch gears.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. This is taken at the 23. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Hey, check. Go. Is that yours? Who's that? Mike's 54. Go.
Throwing on first down. Lawrence letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike's 5-4. Go. Mike's 5-4. I got you. 54. Greystone, travel. Check. Watch 54. Oh, you got deep? No.
On second down, Jacobs. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Complete here. It's Hyde. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hey, we got Mike.
On 4th down, Lawrence finds his tight end Ingram. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Back to throw. Lawrence. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
It's just me and you.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Mike's by 4. Yeah.
Get it.
They run it with Jacobs. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Check. Lucky.
Jones has it, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 yards for number 11. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Check the backer.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Now Cousins. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 35. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
The Jaguars take
Here we go.
at their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
For Chris Conley, incomplete. Eric Berry there defensively.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the backer. Watch the backer.
Now.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Go. 53 to Mike. 53 to Mike.
Go.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Set, ready. 60 Pittsburgh. 54. Line, go.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Check, 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 check. 36, 36. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Los Angeles, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.